there, this is not a video about hair. This is a video about the N-word, reverse racism, and why we're still dealing with it today, even when we have a black president. And I'm very upset. I'm very troubled by the fact that people are still going around calling people niggas. It bothers me. Every time you have a meltdown, there it is. And then later on, when too many people hop down your crap, then it was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, please forgive me. When, you know, they're not really sorry. They're just tired of people hopping down their crap about stuff they did and had no business doing and saying in the first place. That stuff that Janice Bruner did to President Obama was so utterly ridiculous. It was disrespectful, it was ignorant, it was rude, it was trifling. I don't know why she hasn't resigned. I've never seen such ignorance towards a president in my life. I mean, everybody from Glenn Beck to Fox News to Rush Limbaugh to Donald Trump. I mean, you spent all that time and energy going on about a birth certificate when you could have spent time and energy getting some of these people off the sidewalk so they can have jobs. People are marching because they don't have jobs, and that's not Obama's fault. A lot of these things that great man tried to push through did not go through, and the only reason why they didn't let it go through is because he was black, not because it was a bad idea. So when it's time to go to the podium and vote and pull down that lever, you make sure you pull down the lever that says Obama, because he deserves a second term. A lot of the stuff that happened is not his fault. You're blaming him for stuff that's not his fault. If you want to be angry, you make sure you be angry with the right person. And I'm tired of celebrities having these rages and calling somebody a nigger, like Mel Gibson, the guy from the star of The Tudors. He's another one. And then soon, the guy from Seinfeld. And it's not that they're genuinely sorry. It's just that too many people hop down their crap, so they issued a phony apology to get people to leave them alone. They're not really sorry because it's something that they shouldn't have did or said or happened in the first place. It doesn't matter if a black person says it or a white person says it. Why are we even still using that word now, still? You mean to tell me out of all the stuff you can say out of your mouth, you can't call me a bitch, you can't call me a whore, you can't call me a cunt, you gotta call me a nigger? That's the only recourse, and then later on go, I'm so sorry, when 10 times out of 10 you're not sorry, you meant it. It had to come from someplace. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep in mind how disgusting the word is, and it should be, it's banned. And anybody that uses it, and that comedian Ant had a disagreement with the black guy and said that. Anybody that did, and there was a lot of racism on Survivor. The gay guy kept making racist comments and statements and stuff, and I think anybody on a game show, a reality show, or any other show that says something racist or has an argument with somebody and actually calls somebody a nigger should be immediately kicked off the show. Why do you keep expecting us to turn the other cheek? How long do we have to keep turning the other cheek? Why is it always okay and you keep blaming us? Oh, just get over it. Oh, just let it go. I have just let it go, and you haven't stopped. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, doesn't matter how smart you are, doesn't matter how rich you are. As soon as one of y'all has a problem, that's the first thing you say out of your mouth. But these are talking about you're not a racist. Oh, really? Then why did you say all that racist crap out your mouth? Huh? You don't get to have it both ways. Now you got the latest craze, which is reverse racism, denying that you're racist when you know that you're racist and you deny it. but you are, and everybody knows you are, yeah. So I don't know if they're going to flag this video or whatnot. I just wanted to say that I was annoyed by that, and it's not just with all the ignorance. I mean, President Obama being our president and stuff. I mean, the man has been a straight up cool guy through it all. I mean, he's been a trooper. I mean, you would have thought having the first black president would have really brought our country together. People are tweeting the N-word more now than ever. I've never ran into so much ignorance. I mean, jamming her finger in his face like that. When, and in my lifetime, I'll be 41 this August. And all my presidents, I remember as far back as Jimmy Carter. Those were my presidents. Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, Clinton, and both of the Bushes, and now Obama. So all those other people that came before that wasn't born. I'll be 41. That's right, 4/1 August. I'll be 41. In all my years, I've never seen anybody jam their finger into a president's face, make all kinds of lewd statements about their children because daddy hates black people. That was Glenn Beck. He went on the Bill O'Reilly show. Bill O'Reilly interrupted him, I think it was 48 or 49 times. He was just being so rude, and it was so uncalled for. Then Donald Trump went on and on and on and on about the man's birth certificate, and Hawaii's not a state. Really? And he demands, and he feels like he's accomplished something. If you want to do something, get the people back to work. Put some jobs out there so people can stop sleeping on the sidewalk and crying to Wall Street about how they screwed everybody. Do something about that. But don't sit around and nitpick about a birth certificate. Meanwhile, you got people looting, shooting each other, and doing all kinds of stuff because it's just that bad out here. Then, to make matters even still worse, you try to make it seem like he didn't do anything. He caught bin Laden. Nobody else caught bin Laden. So keep that in mind. And not to mention the fact that the auto industry was about to go under. He saved the auto industry. So the man did do a lot of good stuff. You're not willing to give him any credit for the things that he did do. And then he did want to do all these job things, but you blocked it. So keep that in mind the next time you talk about he didn't do this, he didn't do that, and your boy, and this. His name is President Obama. Why is it so hard to show him the same respect you've shown every other president, even when you didn't agree with their politics? So I'm really upset by the level of ignorance, and I've never seen so many people tweeting the word nigger so many times in my life, and it's coming from political people. And then for Republicans, you tend to be racist and really dippy, and you're not really all that bright. You just know how to stick together and start a lot of trouble. You tweeted the N-word mixed in with a whole bunch of other not so nice stuff and made a mistake and sent it to the Democratic Party and said, oops, and she wasn't fired either. Why is that okay? There's a lot of things that aren't okay, and we keep turning a cheek to. If I get into an argument with somebody, I don't expect you to call me that and then say, oh, let's be friends. I was your friend until you called me a nigger. I have 2 half-sisters. My father is white, my mother is black. I was helping my sister, who got kicked out of her apartment, move. She decides to have a meltdown and call me one. I haven't dealt with her since. I would expect that kind of stuff from some idiot off the street, not from somebody who you share the same father with. So again, it's crazy. It's bizarre, and I want to know why it's still happening and why so many Hollywood people are getting away with it. I think you should be banned from making movies for 5 years, and I think you should be fined $1 million for every letter in the word every time you do and say something really disgusting like that. It is an outrage that we're even still going through this.